Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Jones, hey, Greg Deville was at it, man, hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville, he'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in, we here to help. Now tune in, we here to help.
Hi, everybody. So wonderful to see y'all. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Danisha Mingo. I am the owner of Mingo Health Solutions. I'm the founder, rather, of Mingo Health Solutions and the founder of Solutions of Change. Mingo Health Solutions provide therapy and behavioral health services for children with autism. We do domestic violence courses. We do provider training. We do a ton of stuff that you can visit on our website at www.mhsbehavioralservices.com. I'm also the founder of Solutions of Change, which is a nonprofit that provides free and low-cost therapy services to people who cannot afford it, as well as family supporting y'all. March is Women's History Month, and we are so excited that this March we will be celebrating Mingo Health Solutions, aka MHS's 10-year anniversary. And as a Las Vegas native, that is my own history. I am extremely proud about it. And ironically, it happens during Women's History Month. So if you are wanting to be a part and support our Being the Change Awards, please visit our website at mhsbs.com. We will host our Being the Change Awards and celebrate our 10-year anniversary on Thursday, March 26th from 11 to 2. You can reach out to Charlotte Watkins at cwatkins@mhsbs.com. And if you want to be a sponsor and be a part, you can do that as well at the website and contact Charlotte. And y'all, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary by doing what we do best, which is giving back. And so part of that giving back is recognizing people in the community in mental health and mental health adjacent industries, those who are making a change. And so we invite you to submit your nominations for the Being the Change Awards, which you can find on our website and on all the social media platforms at MHSBS Inc., as well as on mine. The other way that we are giving back is by donating proceeds from our Being the Change Awards to Solutions of Change, the nonprofit, so it can continue its wonderful work. So I am super excited about that. Please reach out, get in touch. Y'all, we want to make sure you know that this show is sponsored by Greg Deville, none other than Mr. Real Estate himself. And we are so grateful. And not just Greg Deville, but Deville Realty Group. And y'all be sure to catch his book, Journey into Entrepreneurship and Success, that he has out right now. You can get that on Amazon, and I think he prefers that you just get it from him when you find him. And we would just have the opportunity to celebrate Greg's birthday, as well as a book signing in Mariposa. Shout out to Devin Moore, who's a wonderful support to our community. So we thank Greg for constantly yielding his platform to to the community, to us, so that we can share our music. If you all did not, so we can share, what we're doing. If you didn't catch the show a few weeks ago, I was on with our Director of Business Development, Charlotte Watkins, and we also had Aria Gaston in the sound, who one premiere of our song Lean on Him, that you can download at all music media platforms as well. Lean on Him by The Sound. And if you just search my name on Apple or Spotify or whatever, Danisha Vigo, the song will come up. I'm not a singer on the song, but proceeds for that song also go to support Solutions to Change. So enough about me, enough about all that. Y'all, I'm super excited because today I have a very special guest. And this is actually our first time live in this way, coming on together. But my wonderful, beautiful friend, Brittany Collins, she is an LCSW here in Las Vegas, and she is the founder and owner of Restorative Health in Life. And we are waiting for her to queue up and come on into the studio. But let me tell y'all, I'm very excited to have her on with it in this show because, number one, we've been friends since 10th grade. And Brittany Collins is someone that I look up to, I admire, I love, just a beautiful, sweet, pure soul. Y'all gonna get to experience her humble, gentle, kind energy. Oh, sorry, a little fuzz on the lips, sticking to this sticky lip gloss. And she's also a business partner of mine. We've worked together for many years. And I'm excited, even at our anniversary, to be able to launch what's next for both me and Brittany. So Brittany, do we got you in the studio? Where you at? Where you at? Where are you?
Yeah, hey y'all, I'm excited to be here today again with Danisha Mingo, my business partner, one of my best friends. Today is a great day to be doing this show. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you all. Excited to talk to you all about MHS's 10-year anniversary. Excited to talk to you all about all the work that Danisha and I are doing in the community, both through MHS, Solutions to Change, and also Restorative Health and Life. So
I'm glad you're so excited. I didn't see you. So I'm so happy to be on here. Like, I don't think we've ever done anything like this, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think kind of twinning with the hair.
Yeah. All the stuff that we do, it's been behind the scenes together. I don't think people have gotten the opportunity to see us in the forefront doing what it is that we do. So to be able to launch in 2026 in the first quarter, and to show some of the stuff that we're doing together, it's pretty cool. This is an honor.
It is an honor, and I'll tell you, and I can't wait to get into more of who you are. But we have this song that we play, and it really is true. It's like when you talk about like what we're doing at the beginning of this year and launching things together, and I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a boss
when we're together. Baby, I'm a little
good all by myself. Hey, you make me better.
Better.
And I think that's so important because March is Women's History Month. And it's not often that you see women working together in the way that I think you and I have been able to, and just do that with true humility and just genuine love for each other. So I just want to start off the show by telling you thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for seeing me, and thank you for helping to make me a better woman, a better business partner, businesswoman, a better entrepreneur. So, and thank you just for helping me to just be better all together, so.
Listen, we better together. So, all right. So for those of you who don't know, I kind of share a little bit about you. Who is Brittany Collins?
I am a mother of 5, so I have 5 children. My youngest is 6 and my oldest is 23. But aside from being a mom, I am a lot of things. I'm an entrepreneur. I do have my own behavioral health practice. I believe in wellness. I am a believer myself. I'm very athletic, so you're going to see me in the gym every single day. So pretty much everything that I'm out here preaching to you all, encouraging and motivating other people to do, I'm actually living it myself. I'm an author. I am a speaker, a public speaker. There's been some conferences that I've gotten the opportunity to speak at. And I am just a servant in general. I am here to serve our community. I am here to serve God. I'm, as a believer, my goal is to be in service, right? Being in service of whatever my purpose is, and I know what that is, and so that's my purpose every single day, is to be in service to do that.
I mean, it's so beautiful, and I can attest that you are all those things. Definitely a servant, and it's really beautiful to watch how you serve, watch how pure your heart is, and because of that service, and you even serving, not saying it's good or bad, but it's just a part of your character throughout some of the most difficult times of your life. It led, I mean, you as a leader, you serve your team. And just a couple of months ago, actually, I think it was last month, February, I think you got the notification in January, happened in February. You were honored and recognized as one of Las Vegas's, okay? Top 5 remarkable women by Channel 8 News. And part of that recognition is because one of your team members wrote about you due to the type of servant leader you are. Can you talk about what that was and what being recognized as a remarkable woman meant to you?
It meant a lot. Again, I think a lot of the times the things that we do is just to, we're doing the things that we believe in. But in that moment, I actually felt seen. I felt that my work, it wasn't just me doing it, for other people. I felt that people saw why I was doing it. They saw the why behind it. And so that was very impactful for me. My team recognized just me in general. They recognize the hard work that I'm putting in for them every single day. And so it was remarkable in itself, right? I felt great about it. I look forward to continuing to do the work that we're doing that led them to wanting to honor me and recognize me for this award. And yeah, I'm excited about it.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I got pushed backstage. I'm glad you're excited about it. I'm glad that it meant so much. But, being the kind of servant leader you are, I have this conversation around like humility versus like some things that come against your ability to be, I guess, to walk in the calling that God has on you. Can you talk about the challenges you had with kind of owning your remarkableness as a yeah.
Being in the spotlight sometime, I don't know if it's necessarily difficult, because I think there's a sense of us who all want to be recognized for the work that we're doing. But sometimes owning it and stepping in front and, other people just having the spotlight on you, it can be difficult to just sit in front of it. Mm-hmm. I think I've been through some things in life that has taken me into a place where I've been taught to dim my light, and I became comfortable in dimming that light at times. And so now I'm in a season where I'm being told, like, you're no longer going to dim that. You are going to be 100% of who you've been called to be, and you are going to own it, and you're going to step into it. There is no more fear. And you don't have to worry about what people are going to say or what they're going to think about it. This is who you are, And so I am being reminded now in this season, in this year, I'm being reminded of who I've always been, not stepping back into something or becoming something. I'm being reminded of who I've always been, and I'm owning that call.
And I'm so glad you said that, because I was going to talk about that. I actually just recently made a post, and in my post, I had that thought in my head that my ADHD went somewhere else. But like you said, it's not just about becoming, but about remembering.
Yeah.
Simba, remember. Okay, I'm a fool. But seriously. When you think about the spiritual part, as well as any mental, emotional, physical, or just, I don't know, just like the essence and the energy of that remembering, because I imagine that comes with a different type of breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And even probably pain, because it's one thing to be pushed into something new or someone new that's uncomfortable. And it's another thing to go back and be like, oh, this is who I've been. And whether it's life or people, I've lost this. And so you're remembering as well as walking back into that. Can you talk about, I guess, what that process has been like for you?
I think you named it. You hit the nail on the head, right? I had to go through a season of brokenness, right? Or what we perceive to be brokenness. I remember, actually, I'm going to use this analogy. My client had gifted me something before, and it was this piece of pottery. And the way that the pottery is created is they create the pottery, right? They form it. It's perfect. And then they break it afterwards. And then they have to put it back together. And I think that's symbolic of our lives. I think the breaking is the experiences that we go through as individuals through life, right? There's a lot of things. Life is gonna life, right?
Yeah.
I think I finally came to the acceptance that bad things gonna happen in life. And really what separates us is how do we navigate it, right? Are we going to fold, right? Or are we going to continue to navigate it and walk through it, right? Are we going to walk boldly and say, I'm resilient to it? It's happening, right? It's happening around me, but I'm not going to accept that it's only happening to me. And so just that in itself, right? When my client had gifted me that, it reminded me that, hey, yeah, I might have had some situations that broke me. And as I was being put back together, right? As I was learning back who I was, as I was healing, I'm being put back together in the places with new knowledge, with new understanding, with new wisdom that's going to help continue to propel me into the next areas of life. Because the thing is, life doesn't stop. And the trials that you experience, they don't get easier. They actually become a little bit more difficult as you journey them. And what helps you navigate the next level of those journeys is the way you've been able to conquer and be resilient in the first level, right? The way you deal with level 2 is the way you've dealt with level 1. And the way you deal with level 3 is the way you've dealt with level 2. And so, I think that's what it's been. I've taken the brokenness, right? The life experiences that have created harm and have hurt me, and been resilient through them and learned from them and found the beauty in them for this next level in my life.
Yeah. Wow, that's so beautiful. And one of the things I like to always say is, I think I heard this in relation to exercise and fitness, but it applies across life that it doesn't get easier. We get better at it. And so in terms of speaking through like some of these life challenges you recently went through, a major life challenge last year that birthed and launched a beautiful book. Can you share with us about that?
Yeah. So I started to get sick in 2023. I didn't realize that I was getting sick. I just thought it was a normal, I'm just getting a cold or whatever it may be, or I'm tired. I attribute it to that. And then 2024, it got to the point where there were days I couldn't get out of bed, to the point where I ended up having an illness that led me to the emergency room. And through further testing, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. And so through that, last year, I had to have a major surgery. And during that time, I questioned everything. I'm like, why is this happening to me? I have so much work to do. Like, I'm finally, trailblazing in my business. I've navigated. I actually went through divorce, had gone through a divorce as well. So like, I'm finally navigating things in my home and things are, becoming easier. Why am I all of a sudden being stopped? And during the time that I was on bed rest, I had to be on bed rest for 2 months. I realized I wasn't truly being stopped. I was in a place of rest, and rest is still an action. I think that at times we look at rest as there's nothing happening there, but rest is as much of an action as go is. You're actually doing something still in rest. And rest is an opportunity to be refueled. It's an opportunity to be rejuvenated. It's an opportunity, to hear, right? To slow down, to hear, to understand, to plan. And so all of that was happening. And during that time, because I'm used to being so busy and going, I barely slept because I wasn't working out. I ain't had nothing to do. And I literally was laying in the bed. I was writing letters to God. I was writing letters to God in my journal. And one day he said, these letters, you're going to share these letters. I didn't share all the letters now because they're a little personal, but I shared some of the letters. I turned them into a book. And the book is titled, I Quit Everything But God, Love Letters to the Restless. And at the end of each letter, there's something called soul stretches. And so in order to grow, right, we have to stretch our soul. Our soul is made up of our will, our experiences, our desires. And we have to push past what we want to do at times. We can have all the motivation in the world, but it takes discipline to improve. It takes discipline to expand where we want to be, right? And so soul stretches is all about discipline and consistency. Like, I'm making a decision to do this because it's good for my soul and it's good for my next. And so, get the book. It's it's literally letters. I think it speaks to everyone. It might be titled, I Quit Everything But God, but it is not a religious book. It's good. It is good for the soul. Right. It is good for anyone who has dealt with relational issues, spiritual issues, physical issues, mental issues, any issues, parenting issues. This is your book.
Y'all, I put the link to the Amazon in the chat, and you can also visit Restorative Health and Life and to get a signed copy of the book. Brittany, always is being a businesswoman. I think I've learned to moderate my words. She be hustling, y'all. She be hustling. Don't nobody work harder than this woman. I literally watch you and I'm like, I need to step it up. But it's beautiful because even that's soul stretching, right? It invites us to reflect on the ways we're spending our time, the ways we're optimizing our skills, our time, talent, and treasures, the way we're stewarding over those things that God has given us. And I just want to tell you, you truly edify what I believe it means, maximizing on your gifts. And I have just been so proud of you and have loved watching you grow and you go. And so being a mother, being a business owner, Restorative has been in my business, 13 years now, 14 years. You're a licensed clinical social worker, you're a mentor, you're a teacher, you are an author, you're into wellness and hiking and fitness. You do so much. What is one thing that you do consistently to, number one, stretch your soul, if you want to give us one tip from the book, and tend to your health and wellness, because we are mental health professionals?
Okay. So one thing that I do daily to stretch my soul is I have to read my word. So I'm gonna read a scripture. I'm gonna read something because that just helps me, right? Just to have that time with God. The other thing that I do, not necessarily every day, but several days, I would say 4 to 5, maybe 6 days a week, is I'm going to have some kind of physical activity. I love the gym. I like being outside. It helps me the same way a person might need, a depression or anxiety medication. I need the gym or some kind of physical fitness. So those are two things that I do every single day. Obviously, that doesn't work for everyone, but that works for me and it feels good for me. The other thing, I'll say something that's new for me, is literally telling people no. I think no became my new favorite word because I used to say yes to everything. Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can be there. What do you want me? When do you want me to do it? Now I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is hard for me to say, but no. Yeah.
But I'm so glad you said that, because we always talk about no in terms of boundaries, which it is a part of a boundary. But learning to say no and not overcommitting and recognizing your limitations, those are actually life skills. Like, it's not easy to do. It's something you got to learn how to do and practice. And then, you can sometimes overcorrect and be like, no. And then you're like, okay, let me weigh out, what's urgent, what's important, and the different ways. Because one of the things that you and I speak about is, like, I do think it's important to have boundaries and say no, but it's not also realistic, nor is it communally appropriate to sometimes not do things that might not be convenient for you, for those you love. So it's about using your no's and your yeses wisely, and that comes with relationship, responsibilities, and urgency. So are there times that you don't say no when you really, I hate using should is a cognitive distortion, but when you really want to? And how do you navigate determining when to say yes, even if it's not convenient for you?
So when I say yes, when it's not convenient for me, it's my people, right? So my family, my friends, even my team, right? I have certain team members that show up for me like they a family or friend. And so I'm going to do the same for them. And I might not tell them no. There's people in the community who is not a friend, they're not a team member, but they show up, and I show up for them as well. And so there are instances I don't say no. But everything else lately, no. No, because I don't want to. I am a person. I want to show up as much as I can. But the reality of my life, I'm a mom, and my children are in sports and they have school, and I'm a business owner, and I have all these other responsibilities. I'm also, try to be active in the church. And so with those things, it's not always feasible. So I think we have a caller.
We got a caller. Okay.
Hi, caller. Are you there?
We cannot hear them. Let me go. I was going to try to go grab my headphones, but I don't know if it's enough time for that. Okay. Well, we are thankful. Hopefully he comes back in and we get that message from the caller. Okay. Oh, is that the caller showing up there, E? As we get prepared for the caller, Brittany, I know that I want to honor and respect your time, because you told me, no, you're such a limitation.
Well, I actually wanted to ask you some questions about.
Wait a minute. No, this ain't your show. Wait a minute.
It's okay. I wanted to ask you questions about the 10-year anniversary. But before we get to the 10-year anniversary, I wanted to ask you questions about the Being the Change Award. And how many days do people have before they submit their nomination, and what does these nominations really mean? What is the Being the Change Award? Why did you do this?
Okay. Well, thank you for that. So the Being the Change Awards is actually, that's our slogan, right? For MHS, is a part of our mission, being the change you want to see in the world, coming from Gandhi's quote. And and it's something that God gave me years ago, before Solutions of Change even existed. And it was really in my mind like a kacha being good, because I was out there on the ground doing the work, and you might see people, social workers, teachers, school principals, when I was doing this, who really cared about people who are really doing the work. So my idea was kind of a kacha being good for those who are not necessarily kind of like the overlooked people in the community, but who are really making change. So additionally, we were going to do that for Solutions of, it was MHS, then I was switching to SOC. We weren't able to get off the ground. And so our 10-year anniversary happened to be an opportune time to go ahead and do it. And so you'll see these categories, and I'll explain ones particularly, but it's mental health and mental health adjacent industries that promote mental health and wellness. So if you're in the education sector and you're helping children's education because you really, really care and you're a wonderful teacher or a wonderful school administrator and maybe incorporating mental health, you don't always have to. But if you're doing what you have to do in your segment of the world, you are helping promote people's mental health, because there is no life without mental health and wellness. You understand? Mm-hmm. And so when people are doing what they got to do, that's all. You improving quality of life. You in financial services. You're in media. You're helping improve people's mental health by doing what you do, which makes what we do so much easier. So it's an idea that I've had probably since 2016, 2017, 2018, maybe. And I'm really excited that we can launch it. And so people have until next Friday, which is March 13th. That is Friday, March 13th, to submit their nominations. We are only giving out 11 awards. And there is one particular award, Maslow Changemaker Award, and that is named after Abraham Maslow, one of my favorite psychologists. And that award is, I mean, you go read about all of them, but you'll see in that one, it's about a person who's really being all out, because I talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Self-actualization is at the top, right? We have these needs, from basic needs, physiological, safety, love and belonging, self-esteem, and then self-actualization. And they say that people such as Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, those are the people who achieve self-actualization through true purpose. So a person who gets that Maslow Award, Changemaker Award, is a person who's really living in purpose completely. But we have a lot of different categories. Do you want to share some of them? Because you've been an intricate part of preparing for them. And we actually have Myron backstage. He was going to come on in part 2, but since you want to stay on, I'm going to go ahead and invite him on, and we can all talk about the Be in the Change Awards. How's that?
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Myron.
Hey, Myron.
We cannot hear you.
Sorry, I had to mute myself. But thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for getting on with us. Can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, so my name is Myron Mingo. I'm the ABA program manager for Mingo Health Solutions.
And we are so thankful to have you on today. And we're going to talk a little bit more about ABA, but Brittany here and I, we're talking about the Be in the Change Awards. And I know that both the two of you have been a major part of that committee for MHS 10-year anniversary. So can you, well, before I kind of ask you that question, Brittany, did you want to talk a little bit more about some of the categories?
Yeah, well, we could just name a few, and then Myron, if you want to share anything else. So we have the Community Impact Award. And so that award is who is serving the community through public health, right? So this can be housing stabilization. This can be through improving people's lives, strengthening the community, any kind of way. We also have the Community Partner Mental Health Award, and that award recognizes organizations or community partners who've demonstrated some kind of excellence or commitment to advancing mental health, access to it, equity in it, or community-based solutions. We also have the Community Small Business Award. And this small business award is going to honor any small business who plays a role in workforce development for mental health, or plays a role in strengthening our mental health local economy. We also have the Clinician Impact Award. And so this recognizes physicians, nurses, our mental health practitioners, who's making a difference in the lives of those that they're serving. So y'all, any of y'all who get in therapy, psychiatry services, any hospitals, nominate these people, okay?
Yes.
We also have the Foundational Support Award, and this award celebrates any person who's engaging in philanthropic donations or solutions, or any philanthropic foundations that champion mental health support. We also have the Law Enforcement and Community Safety Award, and this recognizes any organizations that's fostering trust or equity in mental health center engagement, and also recognizing public safety initiatives that are trauma-informed, compassionate, and community forward. And so this is our jails, our metro,
Attorney generals.
Yeah, our generals. We also have our local judges as well. They fall into this category because there are things that they're doing. So we want to make sure we're nominating these people who are doing the mental health work. We don't want this to just be name dropping. We want those who are championing mental health work. Okay. Danisha already spoke on the Maslow's hierarchy, so y'all know what that is. So don't just nominate anybody. We need that person who is living it, right? 100%. They're living it themselves. We also have the Healthcare Leadership Award, and this is presented to a healthcare professional, a physician or a hospital or any organization who's advancing mental health care or integrated community support. And not last but not least, we have 2 more awards that we did not name. The Public Service Leadership Award, and this is any public service official who's working on improving community mental health or access to it or the quality of it. And last but not least, Research and Academic Excellence Award, right? So what academic institutions, what individuals are committed to improving the research of evidence-based programs that are positively impacting and shaping our mental health community. And so y'all, nominate these people, get these awards in. We have until the 10th, which Danisha named. This is not just impactful for our organizations, MHS and Solutions of Change, but this is impactful for the vision of our founder of MHS, for Danisha Mingo, right? So this is her vision coming to life. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting that. It's not every day that someone comes up with the vision and makes it to 10 years. And so we want to honor that, and we want to support that, and we want to show up for her. We showing up for my best friend, y'all, okay?
Oh my God, you just kind of made me emotional. But thank you. Oh my God. It means, listen, that's why you need somebody else to champion you, because when it's in your head, but you hear somebody else who caught it and got it. Thank you. But talking about 10 years, and this is partially why I wanted to bring Myron on, and I'm so excited about these being the Change Awards and having you alongside, because we are going to be highlighting my history and legacy and work in behavioral health, MHS's history and legacy, the work Solutions of Change has done as a part of that legacy, serving over 25,000 people just in 5 years, and then where we are and where we're going with our integrated health plan, as well as with this partnership and our leadership. And it's just really overwhelming to think of where we have been, where we are, and glory to God, where we're going. So 10 years, it is crazy when you think of those small business stats, and especially those who have actual W-2 employees. And we can be like fish in water, where we're just doing it, and you don't realize that it actually is something special. And I will say, Myron, my brother, was one of the first people a few years ago who really kind of like made me think about it, because I just be doing stuff. I'm sure you can relate, Brittany. We just be doing it. And he was like, do you not realize that you're employing people and impacting families and their livelihood by giving people jobs? And Myron, do you remember that conversation?
Yes, I do.
When was that? That was like pre-pandemic or during the pandemic?
Yeah, that may have been 2020, 2021.
Yeah. And so I'd love to invite you into this conversation. I thank you for your patience. But what is this 10 years, commemorating these 10 years of business and being part of MHS? And I mean, what is it meaning for you? And we'll stop there. And then B clause, y'all know I got a lot of questions. What has it been like helping plan the anniversary?
So it's been amazing for me so far. Like, it's truly a blessing to be able to make it 10 years. I've been with MHS for 7 of those 10. So just being a part of that journey, it means everything. And I know you brought up, what I stated to you a few years back, and that was genuine, because when I sat back and I thought about it, I'm like, this is not average, simply put, in the best way possible. And you continue to move forward and grow and learn. And, we're not stagnant at where we're at, because there's still a lot of growth to come. So it's been wonderful on my part. And I genuinely, see the vision. I believe in the vision, and I know 10 more is coming.
Yes.
Can you talk about what it's been like to grow in your role from MHS? You mentioned 7 years. You started as an RBT, and you're now program supervisor, program director. What's your title? No, you are program. I'm joking, program supervisor. But you went to coordinator, and you just continue to grow. And I've just been so proud of you. And while MHS is now a part of a big, larger team of leadership, it's been an honor to see you as my little brother grow with us, have your support, your genuine support, and be a part of your growth, but also grow from learning from you. So can you just kind of talk about like what that growth journey has been like in working with your sister?
Yeah. So working with siblings is very unique, especially a big sister like Danisha Mingo. But it's also been an honor on my side. What I greatly appreciate from it is just the opportunity, to be able to showcase skills and showcase that I can learn and grow with the team and help one of our major programs of the company. So like you said, starting 2019 as a registered behavior technician and seeing clients and commuting all throughout the city and slowly being able to grow throughout the years, it's been a privilege for me, honestly, to say the least. Even up until now, program manager, but we're going to work on the title, y'all. But we'll work on the title, but being able to showcase and also pave the way for other RBTs, and when I speak with them, it has nothing to do with we are family, but family, or nepotism or anything like that, and really showing like if you stay true to it and the hard work, you can also be in this position, as we've seen many of our RBTs grow into higher up positions, leadership positions, going back to school, starting their coursework, where it's like, this is not, Mingo Health Solutions is not an end all be all, So if you think you're coming here to just be an RBT or just be a clinician, then this may not be the place for you, because we're looking for people who's on the up and up and ready to grow.
Amen. And can you explain to people what ABA is and what an RBT is and what workforce opportunities are available for them?
Yeah, so ABA is applied behavioral analysis. It's an evidence-based treatment for children that are diagnosed with autism and fetal alcohol syndrome. So it is currently the number one treatment for children with autism and FAS on the market right now.
FAS is fetal alcohol syndrome.
Fetal alcohol syndrome, yes, that is correct. So with that, they can do a one-on-one treatment with an RBT. An RBT is a registered behavior technician. So they have to complete a course, do a state exam, get certified with their board. And then once they're certified, they are licensed to work with the children who are diagnosed with autism or the fetal alcohol syndrome under the supervision of a board certified behavioral analyst.
Mm-hmm. And can you share one success story? I think it's really important because people don't realize that there's a workforce opportunity in ABA. So just quickly, but also like we're breaking barriers. We didn't design our company to be minority driven. Well, it is by me, but like not to be predominantly Black or serve predominantly minority populations. And we do serve the spectrum, but to have males in mental health and behavioral health is not common. And I know that through some of your experiences, you have just by doing the work, been a part of chipping away biases around males and Black males in the behavioral mental health industry. So can you talk a little bit about that and any experience you want to share?
Yeah, so it honestly has been kind of a shock, coming into this field, and it is majority women driven. There's not many males or African American males, but I did definitely feel up to the challenge of that, and I think it is almost like a breath of fresh air for some of the families that we meet, because it's people who look like us servicing us, and that can sometimes be the difference maker in the treatment. When we're thinking of someone's culture and upbringing and background, you may want someone who's helping you to have a similar understanding of your culture and your background. So that has played a huge way for us to be able to continue to service our clients. Mm-hmm. And a success story, there's so many, even earlier this week, I seen a kiddo, he was talking. I'm like, whose voice is that? Because I haven't heard you speaking. So, there's so many. But what I would say
sorry, go ahead. Continue.
When I first became an RBT, one of the first clients that I worked with was a 19-year-old African-American boy. And the connection I was able to build with him, and he was able to graduate from our program and start on vocational skills, and we're doing job interviews and taking the city bus, and and it was such a great experience because we're able to build that bond and connection because he's had previous providers, but I think me coming in also as a young male, he was able to relate with me and be more open to me in the treatment.
Yeah. And I just feel like, oh, you're somebody with this problem. For that kiddo that you just explained, how long have they been in our program? And you say you just now heard them talk?
Oh, maybe about a year and a half.
And I would say, like, watching that happen in our clinic made me believe in ABA because I was like, I'm on the mental health side. And I remember seeing some of those kiddos and then all of a sudden hearing them talk. And I'm like, oh, this works. And so you see the patients. And so really quick, because I want to get back to the anniversary, and if you got a few words to share about what it's been like to see the collaboration and partnership with Brittany, but how can people, if they're interested in becoming an RBT, like how can they get in touch with you and or figure out that process?
So if you're interested in becoming a registered behavior technician, please visit our website. Our website will be able to guide you through the process. You'll also be able to find my email on that website. Feel free to shoot me an email. Let me know that you're interested. We do have a workforce program where we train RBTs. We usually bring them in 3 to 5 RBTs or trainees at a time. But email me, send over your resume, let me know that you're interested, and then we can set up an interview and go from there.
Thank you. And the website is www.mhsbs.com. And y'all, as we're getting ready to wrap up, I just want to again mention that this show is sponsored by Deville Realty. And we want to thank Greg Deville again for this time, as well as invite y'all to get his book, Journey to Success. And Myron and Brittany, you have seen me for many years, like you say, you've been with us, and you know that Brittany and I have had other business endeavors that we're gonna have to, do our own series. Y'all follow the Time Serve Instagram. But one of the things when transition happens, it can be very difficult, right, for the leaders as well as the team. And you're one of our leaders, but I'll say the owners as well as the team members. What has it been like for you to see this partnership and collaboration and where the future of MHS is going, particularly pertaining to this partnership with Brittany in restorative health and life?
Honestly, I've loved seeing it, and I've known Brittany for a few years now, and I know you guys together is strong, very strong. So, hearing about the partnership and being able to speak with Brittany about it, I'm very optimistic. I'm very excited for the future in 2026. So I think it's grateful and it's genuinely a blessing for us.
Amen. Brittany, any other words or thoughts?
No, I think we pretty much summed it up. I'm looking forward to March 26th, y'all. So don't forget Thursday, March 26th, 11:30, or no, is it 11 to 1:30? That is the 10-year anniversary for MHS. And also we're hosting the Being the Change Award. So we want y'all votes in by the 10th. And we also want to see you at the Being the Change Awards as well.
And we also want y'all to get the Healing, Quit Everything But God off Amazon. We want you to get Greg Deville's Journey into Entrepreneurship and Success. But if y'all come to the Being the Change Awards, you're going to have all of that. We know we could throw y'all so much. Myron and the Black men in our community are working on some men's mental health ongoing things.
They made her freeze on us.
Yeah. Well, what she was saying,
way.
They're working on some things for men's mental health. And so those things will be out. Greg's Deville book will be at the 10-year anniversary. I Quit Everything But God, Love Letters to the Restless is available on Amazon, but it also will be at the 10-year anniversary as well. So again, we look forward to seeing you guys put in your nominations. And until next time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Jones, hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.